Peter LaBarbera is a gay guy who's deep in the closet. I'm sorry, I mean a conservative Christian activist. And he went on Janet Mefferd's right-wing talk show to tell Republicans what they should focus on to win elections.
They always say, you guys are single-issue voters. All you care about is the fetus. You're single-issue voters. Well, do you think now Christians may be morphing into double-issue voters? Because I know a lot of Christians who say, if the GOP goes in this direction, I'm jumping off the boat.
Yeah, and especially the marriage issue. I mean, there's a lot more to this issue than just the homosexual marriage issue, but if you can't even hold the line on that. I mean, I just saw this thing in this ABC family. I think that's what we're going to talk about at the Fosters. You know, this gay kiss, characters who are 13-year-old boys making out on primetime TV. Now, that's not a gay marriage issue, but that is an extremely important cultural issue. And in my mind, if the Republican Party can't even talk about something as fundamental to morality and our nation's future as whether it's okay to push young people into homosexuality and to model that as a positive thing, if Republicans can't even handle that issue, then I think there's not a good prospect long-term for the Republican Party. Because if the Republican Party goes pure libertarian and it's only about the money, then there are a lot of social conservatives who are going to be looking for a new home to cast their vote.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're going to go to the Republicans and you're going to vote for them anyway because there's nowhere else for you to fucking go. So you're going to do it, and you're going to like it. That's what's going to happen. I've never heard a worse political analysis in my life either. He's like, if these Republicans really want to win elections, they should focus more on talking about abortion, more on hating gay people, and more on stuff like that. Are you familiar with this thing called polling research? Because all of the polls recently come back, and the trends are clear. Everything is moving in the direction of away from social conservatism. I mean, people across the board are turned off by fundamentalist Christians who are preachy, evangelicals who for the longest time have been shoving their religion in our faces and trying to push it on us through public policy. People are tired of that stuff, man. 59% of the American people want to legalize gay marriage. 59% of the American people also want to legalize marijuana. These are issues that evangelical Christians are staunchly opposed to. The overwhelming majority of the American people are in favor of abortion in some circumstances. So again, totally disagree with evangelical Christian voters. Now, what is it? What's the percentage again? It varies poll to poll, but it's about 25% to 40% of the American people are evangelical Christians. So, yeah, it's a fairly significant chunk of the country, but that's not a majority. You're not going to win elections appealing to maximum 40% of the country. And like I said, you're going to suck it up and vote for these guys anyway because you have nowhere else to go. And by the way, I say the same thing all the time about the left, too, and us, too. I want a real progressive, but when push comes to shove, if there's an election and it's establishment Democrat versus a Republican, I'm forced to vote for the establishment Democrat this time around and then work to try to change the system in the meantime so that we get the money out of the system so I don't have a choice between the lesser of two evils. So everybody ends up doing it, but he acts like, we're not going to do it. We're going to turn away and go for this mythical party that only cares about social issues. But did you notice the important part there? He said, I beat off to this thing on TV, two 13-year-old boys kissing. I mean, I saw this thing on TV, two 13-year-olds kissing on the Fosters. This is what the Republicans should run on. How out of touch is this guy? As if a Republican candidate, if they really ran on that. I saw on this TV show 13-year-old boys kissing, and I'm against that. Vote for me, Ted Jansen. People would be like, is that all you're going to say? I got bills I got to take care of. Are you going to talk about taxes? Are you going to talk about the healthcare system? Are you going to talk about foreign policy? I got a nephew who's in the military. I don't want this guy being sent to Iran. Is that all you're going to say? Yeah, just focus on that, man. You'll be all right. You'll win. Even though, again, 59% of the American people are in favor of gay marriage now. But yeah, talk about how gays are bad, kisses are wrong. And understand something, man. It's fucking entertainment. It's a TV show. I mean, that's like getting outraged over, what was that movie with Natalie Portman where she's like this little kid and there's this assassin who she kind of has like a weird pseudo-sexual relationship with. Like, it's fake. It's not real. It's not real. To get angry over it makes no fucking sense. It's like when Republicans, earlier in the show we were talking about it, the cast of Morning Joe is outraged over rap music. They're not outraged over people in real life at a fraternity in Oklahoma saying the N-word and talking about how they want to lynch N-words, but they get angry at Waka Flocka doesn't say the nicest thing in his lyrics. Well, I'm outraged about this. I mean, your moral compass is just totally broken, and that leads me to my final point. He frames that as morality. He's like, I saw these 13-year-old boys kissing on TV, and the Republicans should run on that because these are the moral issues Americans care about. If that's morality to you, you're a dunce. You're a stupid person. Because what is real morality? Real morality is, hey man, don't hurt other people. Treat other people as you want to be treated. So things that would fall under that are, war. If we wage wars against countries in an offensive way and they didn't attack us and we end up killing civilians, morality's involved there. Drone strikes, morality's involved there. The CIA torture program, we're torturing people. Me and you, our tax dollars are paying for people to be tortured in our name. Literally did anal rape. They did anal rape and anal feeding, which isn't a real thing according to medical experts. They did loud music torture. They did sleep deprivation. They did mock burials. They gave somebody hypothermia and he died. It was a form of torture. He died. And by the way, that guy, totally innocent. Totally innocent. These are moral issues. Poverty is a moral issue. A fucked up economic system which continues going further down the road of income inequality, exacerbates income inequality, that's a moral issue. But to idiots like this, that doesn't cross his mind for a second. What does he view as a moral issue? Hating gay people, making sure you go to church and pray to Jesus, pushing creationism into science classes. This is why, in the long run, he's got it totally wrong, because they're going to lose if they go down this road. They're going to get wiped out. The only chance for the Republican Party in the long run is to become more libertarian. So he's given the exact wrong advice, which is why I'm now going to shut my mouth and say, actually, guys, take his advice, because I'd love to see nothing more than your party go down in flames like it deserves to do.